What's going on, everybody? It's Eric the Soldier. I got a few things to address here. Just a few things I gotta say. Alright, number one, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Syracuse, how people been putting down Syracuse, how people been blaming all the problems on Syracuse. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. Two, I've been hearing a lot of other things about how, well, these kids claim they're grown. Even the kids that are my age claim they're grown, when all they do is complain on Facebook about, what goes on in their personal lives. And then another thing, which is the third thing, how do you consider, these kids, with education to be, like the enemies, than with the kids with no education to be like the golden gooses? Well, let me rephrase that. The third thing is like these kids that have a high school education that's in full-time in college and it's not bragging about it, just doing what they need to do so they could get through it. They're treated like dirt. And the kids that aren't doing anything for themselves are praised higher and higher. And the younger generation especially. Okay. First and foremost, number one, to everybody out here and to everybody around, the Syracuse area and everything else, I'm going to tell you something. Stop complaining about how bad or how boring Syracuse is, okay? Just stop. Stop complaining about how y'all can't ever do anything. Stop complaining about how you can't party, how you can't do anything illegal that you want to do. Stop complaining about all that nonsense baby stuff. Stop complaining about everything about Syracuse, just for the record. Just stop. Just stop, okay? Because let me tell you all something right here, right now. Syracuse is a great city. And let me tell you something else about a city. A city, a town, or a village, or a county, wherever, it's all built by brick, cement, and concrete. And brick, cement, and concrete cannot cause a person problems. Alright? So stop blaming Syracuse at all. It pisses me off. And I actually got a special thing I want to talk about after I get done with these three things. But first, let me finish up these first two right here. Alright? These first three, right here. Alright. Now, since I'm still on the Syracuse page, Syracuse does not do anything bad to anybody. If you feel you need to move out, then just go. Just go. Just shut your mouth. Stop complaining, because nobody else gives a shit what you want to do. Or gives a rat's ass about how you feel about Syracuse. If you don't like Syracuse that bad, then move in the suburbs. And if you don't even want to stay in the suburbs, like if you want to move like out of the state, then out of the town, then stop complaining about it. Save up enough money, shut your mouth, and move out of state and move out of town. For all we care, go ahead. Don't blame the city for itself. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. As I said on Facebook a million times, Syracuse is one of the safest cities in the United States of America as we speak. Okay, so when people complain, how high the prices are right now, in other states it's higher. How strict police and how bad the police are right now, in other cities and states they're even worse. How many killings and violence and dramas going on, in other cities and states it's even worse. Why are you complaining about a city with concrete and everything else? Okay? Because I'm pretty sure to all those people that want to go to New York City or go to Los Angeles or Florida some type and sometimes live there, then that's your choice. I understand that. But don't complain. Don't bring your problems on Syracuse. Don't blame a city. That's the most ignorant, immature thing I ever hear. I'm sick of people complaining about a city. Just shut up. It's not doing anything. And while you keep complaining about it, it's just making it worse for yourselves and for others around you. Grow up and shut the hell up. It's not about no Syracuse this, Syracuse that. Okay? That's another thing. like I said again, and then I'm going to get off the Syracuse subject. If you really hate Syracuse that bad, you don't even want to stay in the suburbs, and you talking about moving out this, moving out that, then go on. Move out. Bye. Go. Bye. See ya. Go. Get. Scat. Bye. Get the hell out of here then. Get the hell out of here. Like you said, get the hell out of here and never move back. Or never come back to even visit. Go ahead. Go ahead, do it. Because in other cities and states, I guarantee you it's going to be the same goddamn thing, but just 20 times as worse. Stop complaining about a city. Stop it. Okay? Now this is my last, times talking about, how bad, it is with people and complaining about Syracuse, New York. Be glad that you were born here and raised here and that you lived here. Maybe there's something holding you back. Maybe there's something that's telling you you're not ready for the real world yet, and you're not. And for the people, those of you who think you are, okay, go ahead. You're just going to come back anyway. Either way, y'all can say, and for the ones who say, oh, we're never coming back, you know you are. You know you are. It's going to start with one visit. Then it's going to start with a couple of visits. And then it's going to start with a lot of visits. And then it's going to start where you're going to stay here for like a month. And then it's going to start when you got to stay here for like 2 months, then 3 months, then, so on and so on. And then it's going to start where you're going to have to stay here years and years again. And then once you stay here for like a year or over a year, you're going to not want to go nowhere. You're going to move all your stuff slowly back, to where you came from. So you might as well all just shut up. Because violence and drama and bad weather conditions is everywhere. And especially, it's worse in other cities and states. Okay? Yeah, we got signs of tornado warnings and severe storm warnings, but we weren't ever close to one like that. We weren't real close to them. We were close, but not real close. Okay? Because I can't count the numbers of times that I've seen, and heard how many cities and states got tornado warnings right now. Severely danger. Okay, in fact, a friend of mine, he down in Virginia, and right now, even though he's prepared, he can't stand how, they got a whole bunch of tornado warnings, and he's right in the red or orange area. And here's another thing. Now people come to realize that it's not about the city. No, it's not. For those people that, come to realize it's not the city of Syracuse that's doing it, it's the people, bravo, I give you a clap for that. But other than that, if only others could understand. Alright. But as of now, and I'm going to close up on the Syracuse, case right now. But as of now, just shut your mouths about Syracuse, New York. Because right now, I guarantee if a lot of y'all moved out of here, a lot of y'all will move right back. Okay? Shut up. Don't blame your problems on Syracuse anymore. Just shut your mouth. Just shut up. Alright? Number 2. This is problem number 2. Another thing. Why the hell are you so mad? Are you, little kids or people calling yourself grown on Facebook even though y'all complain? Like, what's your problem? Huh? I'm on there every day, and I hear people complaining about their jobs, what goes on in their family, and everything else. See, I used to do that until a while back. At that same time, about a couple months into that same year where I used to do that a couple years back, I stopped. Because it's not going to help you. People are acting like Facebook's their only friend and family and everything else where they spread their personal business. And then the next thing you know, when people wind up, knowing their shit, they're mad as hell. Well, you know what? Then stop getting on Facebook so damn much. You don't want Facebook to know? Try talking to a psychologist or a therapist, a physical therapist, than a freaking website that's just going to start drama every day because of the ignorant ones on there. That's another thing. Cut that out. Some of y'all don't need to be in on Facebook, especially y'all little kids that's under 18. And honestly, I think Facebook should be over 18. Matter of fact, over 21. As a matter of fact, even though I'm about to be 21, over 21 for more mature people that can handle it. Another thing. Here's the third thing right here. What has gotten into y'all kids, talk about, like being grown and all that. You ain't grown. I don't care how many jobs you work. I don't care how many cars you have. I don't care how many apartments you got. I don't care if you stay in an apartment right now. You ain't grown. You got a whole lot of way before you can call yourself grown. Even though I'm still young, like just like y'all, some of y'all, the problem is I got a lot of wisdom that y'all don't think about. Okay? And especially for you little kids out there. For you little kids that's 13, 12, 13 on up, you know, and everything. You complain about, oh, how life sucks this, or oh, how life sucks that, talking about dropping out of school. Shut up with that. Shut up. Just please, shut your mouths. Because you know what? Y'all need school. All of you. Because I'm going to tell you something. You little kids especially are lucky. The ones that are still in high school are lucky. We ain't never, from the class of 2012 and on up, we never had no days off barely. And we damn sure didn't never have no delays. And I can say that with a faithful passion. We never had no delays. Never, ever. Okay? From the class of 2012 and on up to like the earlier classes, like 2012, I'm talking about from back to like the, oh God, 40s, 50s, 60s. Whenever the schools were created here in Syracuse, I bet you we never had no delays. I bet you they never had no delays, okay? For instance, and here's one example, one good example, okay? Let me tell you something. A good example for, you know, how lucky these kids are. I'm sure everybody remembers that day where it was sunny out, but the wind was blowing and there was no snow on the ground, no ice, no sleet, no rain, not a drop in the sky. The road was bone dry. It was just cold. Really, 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 really cold. And the kids still got the day off. Come the hell on now. Really? And you kids are complaining? Man, listen. If that was me in earlier classes, if that was me in my class of 2012, and all of us earlier from up above, our asses would have been in school, you know, right then and there. And even if the heat wasn't working, we would all been in school. And then you know what they would have said if the heat wasn't working? Well, kids, make sure you bundle up and got rides. Taxi or bus, or get somebody that you know a ride or something, because it's gonna be very cold. And like I said, if you gotta walk home, especially if you gotta walk ways, bundle up. And that's another thing. That's why kids are dropping out so much right now. And I'm sorry to say, and I'm not trying to talk trash about the new 2014 or 2014 class of graduates, but I'm just gonna say this, and this is serious. Parents, guardians, and parent figures, even though I'm young, as a youngin from the class of 2012, take it from me, there's going to be a lot of you that are disappointed with broken hearts and souls when you don't get to see, if you don't get to see your child graduate. There's going to be a lot of you. How I know is because kids have gotten so many days off this year, it's not even funny, especially the delays. Now, you all tell me that kids don't skip. I mean, I'm just saying, I dare any of you all to tell me that, oh, kids don't skip this. My kid doesn't skip that. How do you know? How do you know? That's a great question. How do you know if they skip? How do you know if they don't skip? You don't know. Because right now, kids are starting to, you know, skip more than ever and not be in school. And then the next thing you know, within 10, 20 years down the road, your son's either in jail, prison, or dead, or on drugs in rehab clinic. And your daughter's either the same way as the son, jail, prison, dead, or pregnant somewhere with 1,000 babies cracked out somewhere. Now, if you don't want that to happen, then you know what? I'm pretty sure you all will agree with me 110% that right now, these kids these days in this newer generation got too many damn bricks is the problem. We need to take these kids back to the old school part. As a friend of mine told me, you know, it's a shout out to him. You know, his name is Mr. Muhammad. I'm not going to release his first name. I'm going to refrain from his first name, but he knows who he is. It's my buddy right there. But as we both know, these kids are too damn lucky. They are. Even if they keep them later in the summer, they ain't gonna make no difference, because once it gets hot, kids are gonna run wild like wild animals. And that's a damn shame. Come on, straighten up. And it's not only here for the city of Syracuse. You know, it's not only here for New York State. It's everywhere around the world. Because I know for a fact, if we would have had any type of not only everyone around the world, I'm talking about everyone in the USA. But anyway, I know for a fact that if we would have had any of this stuff, and back in 2012 and on up for the earlier class years, we all, and I mean we all would have been in school regardless. Okay? That's why we're so educated and talented right now. Okay? Now, here's a special tip that I didn't count as a fourth. I counted as a special. Another thing. I see people every day talk about, oh, my mother and my father, I'm going to be the mother. Don't worry, if I don't have, mother, father, I'm going to be, mother and father. I'm going to play the role of mother and father and all this other stuff. Stop. Stop right there. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. 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 I hope y'all can see all five of my fingers. There we go. Just stop. Stop. Okay? Stop it. Stop it and be quiet for a second. First and foremost, I'm going to put a little examples on this. Every child, when it comes to every child, boy or girl, doesn't matter what gender, but when it comes to every child, every kid in this world around, I don't care how hard you work to play both roles. I don't care if you're a man, you play daddy and mommy. I don't care if you're a woman, you play mommy and daddy. No, you can't do that. It's a science. It's not only written in the Bible, for people that are religious. It's also a scientific fact for people who aren't religious or spiritual or believe some different type of religion. But it's also a scientific fact, as well as a religious fact, that every child needs a male and female figure to play mother and father figure. Every child needs a male figure to play as a father, or to be as a father, or play father figure, or be as a guardian, a male guardian. And every child needs a female to play mother, or be the mother, or play the mother figure, or just be the female guardian. It's a proven fact. Because you know what? A lot of people say, well, I had my mom, play mom and dad for me, and I turned out just fine. Or I had my dad turn out to play, dad and mom, and I just turned out fine. See, that's what they want you to think. That's what you think. But the problem is, you're not just fine. Okay? Because certain issues will develop off of you. No matter how normal it may seem you are, you're not. It's that 1% missing. Now, I know everybody's not perfect, so don't get it twisted. Don't get this twisted. What I'm trying to say, if you're trying to think that, I'm trying to say y'all are not perfect, because, of course, obviously we're not perfect. But let me tell you something. When it comes to a person, a child, you always need a mother and father figure. And what I mean by a mother or father figure, not just only that, what I mean by that is you always do need a male and a female figure to play both roles of parents or guardians. Okay? And yes, this is a gender fact. It does matter. It really does. Because if it didn't matter, let me tell you something. If it didn't matter, let's just say the whole world was filled with mothers. Okay? And mothers just got automatically pregnant. Okay? A shot thing and just birthed us right out of their private sac area. And then we were all born of all kind. Male and female, male and female. Okay, let me tell you something. It's absolutely impossible for that to happen. And it never will. Okay? Another thing. Father. Let's say there was nothing but men in the world. Okay, let's just say all the men or guys had to do was just shoot out from their private area, shoot an egg from their private area, and the next thing we'd be born, male and female be born. Not gonna happen. We have both males and females in this world for a reason. Okay? Because let me tell you something. Without women, we men wouldn't last. For women, without men, they wouldn't be able to last either. Okay? And here's another thing. There's no such thing as a gender being stronger than a gender. It depends on the person itself. It's no such thing as what's more deadlier. It's no such thing as man or masculine or a woman or feminine, jobs or occupations. There's no such thing as that. Get that out your head right now. I hear it on commercials every day. Oh, a girl could do a man's job or a man could do a woman's job. Just shut up with that. Stop. Okay? There's no such thing as a job occupational. Okay? And I'm just telling everybody this right here, right now, because you know what? It's just annoying the hell out of me. And I'm pretty sure it's annoying the hell out of everybody else. Because it doesn't make no damn sense. Alright? Together with these 3 subjects, and this special subject right here, because I'm about to end this video right now, we need to start, putting this society back together like the way it was, like back then, so it was civilized. I don't care how new technology is. We need to go way back in the old school days where if kids stepped out of line, they automatically got punished. They automatically got embarrassed. That's what we need to do. Okay? We need to do something, to create, stuff that won't be so expensive. We need to help out, mainly for the kids. And for both parent figures, for God's sake, speak in your kid life. Okay? You decided to be naughty and go ahead and have sexual relationships with each other, and then thus you created a kid. Take care of that kid. Alright? Don't sit up there and leave it behind. Just take care of it. Stop, ruining your life over something stupid like child support and everything else. It's not worth it. Other than that, just rate me. Well, not rate me, but rate this video, comment to it, subscribe to it, and let me know. Alright? But also, if you comment, please don't say anything ignorant. Alright? Thank you. Y'all have a nice night now. Good night. And God bless. From Eric the Soldier himself.